Do you always get along with your boss? Or is it a struggle sometimes? In today's video, we are going to cover 7 mistakes you might be making that can damage the relationship with your boss. We'll delve into each misstep, provide practical tips for steering clear of them, and share strategies that could accelerate your career and improve your well-being at work. Are you ready? Let's dive in. The first mistake to avoid is underperformance. Let's be clear. It's normal to have off days, but if you're constantly missing deadlines, turning in work that doesn't meet the mark, or falling behind in your tasks, it won't just strain your relationship with your boss. It can also disrupt the whole team. Over time, this can damage your standing and lead your boss to see you as someone they can't count on. You might then find yourself under closer scrutiny, watching your key projects being passed on to others. Or you could be placed on a performance improvement plan, which nobody wants because it could be the step before being let go. The trick to dodging this is to address issues early. If you see a potential problem that could affect your work, like conflicting priorities, or not having the tools you need, talk to your manager about it sooner rather than later. It's all about resetting expectations and giving your manager the opportunity to step in and help out before it's too late. The second misstep to watch out for is resisting feedback. Feedback from managers is meant to sharpen your skills, improve your performance, and prep you for new challenges. But when an employee ignores this advice, gets defensive, or doesn't follow through, it doesn't just let down the boss. It creates the impression that you're not open to growth. If a manager thinks their guidance is falling on deaf ears, they're likely to focus their energy on team members who are more receptive. This can really affect your career down the line. So if you're getting feedback, try this 5-step method. First, see feedback as a valuable investment in your career and welcome it. Second, get involved by asking questions to clear up anything you're unsure about. Third, identify specific areas to improve on. Fourth, take charge of making those improvements. And fifth, keep your manager in the loop about your progress. By accepting feedback positively, you can turn it into a powerful tool for your career growth. Third, on our list to steer clear of is the trap of excessive complaining. It's expected to run into issues during any project, and it's perfectly okay to look to your leaders for a bit of direction. However, there's a fine line between asking for help and being seen as someone who's always negative. No boss appreciates a team member who seems to only see the problems and not solutions. This attitude can really drag down the team's spirit. Plus, if you're always complaining, your real concerns may get lost in the noise. So how do you bring up problems without being perceived as a whiner? Try this 3-step approach. First, give solving the issue a shot on your own and keep track of your efforts. Second, when you talk to your manager, choose the right timing and a private setting. Explain the issue, what you've tried, and suggest your next steps. Third, be specific about the kind of help you need. Do you want advice, additional resources, or help with a difficult colleague? Your manager's job is to help you overcome these obstacles, so help them help you by making your asks clear and actionable. The fourth mistake to avoid is not following instructions. When bosses assign tasks, they usually give clear directions about what's expected, including the scope, deliverables, deadlines, and sometimes even the methods to use. Ignoring these instructions can lead to frustration and disappointment. Maybe you miss a detail from verbal briefing or misunderstand a bullet point from your manager's email. Or perhaps you find a better way to solve the problem and take the liberty to adopt the new approach. Whatever the reason, deviating from the plan without keeping your boss in the loop can cause misunderstandings. To avoid this, remember 3 key strategies. First, ensure you understand the instructions. Listen actively, ask questions, and if needed, confirm by summarizing the expectations in a follow-up message. Second, if you have a better idea, speak up. Share your insights with your manager and seek their agreement before making any changes. And third, once your manager makes a final decision, you need to support it fully, even if you still think your approach is better. This is called disagree and commit, an important principle for decision-making and execution. Before we delve into the final 3 pitfalls, if you've found value in this video so far, please give it a thumbs up by hitting that like button, and if you have any tips or strategies of your own, make sure to share them in the comments below. The 5th mistake to dodge is bypassing hierarchy. It's great to be proactive, but bypassing your boss to talk to senior management can backfire. This includes sharing ideas with your manager's manager without giving your boss a heads up, leaving them out of important meetings that involve their peers or supervisor, or bypassing your boss to seek approvals or support directly from higher-ups. These moves can make your manager feel undermined and threatened, damaging the trust and working relationship. Even with an open-door policy where talking to manager's manager or senior leaders is encouraged, there's a smart way to handle it. First, always loop in your boss. Keep them informed about any discussions with leaders above your manager's level. It might be a good idea to run discussion topics and agenda items by them. Second, when you do talk to senior leaders, use the opportunities to showcase your work or seek guidance on career progression. While acknowledging your manager's awareness and support, it shows respect and keeps the team spirit alive. And third, if you need help with project support like resources or decisions, start with your boss. They should be the one to take it up the ladder if necessary. Remember, it's about finding the right balance. By respecting the hierarchy, you can maintain a solid rapport with your boss and still make the most of senior leadership visibility. 6th on the list is avoiding the pitfall of publicly challenging your manager. While it's normal to have disagreement with your manager from time to time, the way of communicating the disagreement is critical. Publicly challenging or critiquing your manager's decisions, whether it's during team meetings, in the presence of senior leadership, or even external settings like client interactions, can paint the manager as disconnected or misinformed and leave them feel undermined. So, how should you navigate disagreements or concerns with your manager? Here are some guiding do's and don'ts. Do's. Choose a private setting to discuss disagreements. If immediate clarification is needed during meetings, opt for a private message to your manager via instant messaging. Seek to understand your manager's perspective and remain calm and collected in the exchange. Focus on clarity and constructiveness. Seek to influence based on objective facts and constructive problem solving. Don'ts. Avoid using public platforms such as large meetings or expansive email threads for airing disagreements to express dissent. Let your manager explain their rationale without interruptions, and don't jump to conclusions. Avoid making it personal. Following these guidelines helps maintain respect and trust and helps your manager better understand, appreciate, and potentially adopt your recommendations. The final pitfall to sidestep is breaking trust, which serves as the foundation of the manager-employee relationship. Trust is delicate and can be compromised by lying about work progress, covering up mistakes, making excuses, and blaming others when facing challenges or breaching confidentiality. To preserve trust, it's essential to uphold integrity, authenticity, and accountability. Should an honest mistake threaten this trust, it's critical to initiate a transparent dialogue to dispel any misgivings. Remember, trust takes years to build, seconds to break, and forever to repair. As we conclude today's episode, let's quickly recap the 7 key missteps to steer clear of to maintain a strong rapport with your manager. If you have any questions or wish to share further insights, please feel free to leave a comment below. If you found value in today's episode, do us a favor. Join our community by subscribing and be a part of the conversation. Thanks for being with us today. Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, keep growing, and remember, we're here to guide you every step of the way.